There we go. Right, let me share, copy, pin that over here. Oh, 1 second. Partially connected. Twitch. 1 second, it's not connected to Twitch. Why are you not connected to Twitch? Retry. Connect. Why is that not working? Partially connected. It's not connected to Twitch for some reason. Did you say redstone? Yeah, later on into stream, I'm planning to do some uh, interesting redstone. It's not working. Do I log out and log back in, do you think? Let me do that. Let me log out and log back in and see if it will connect. Maybe the token's expired. In fact, I'll close it and reopen it. Let's try that first. Turn it off and on again. There is an update. I'm going to download the update. Wait a second. Redeems are not currently working, just to let everyone know. Don't press a redeem. Also, there's another geode here I want to get. Token for Twitch is incorrect number of scopes. Try authorizing again. Okay. What is this? Twitch. Broadcaster account. Authorize. Successfully logged in. Connected. Okay. Does someone try and do roll call and see if it remembers everything? That looks like a really big update. Wow, they've fully upgraded this thing. This thing looks insane. If I click chat, for some reason it comes up, Peggy, what color nails? I don't know when that was or what that is, but that is apparently something on here. That's cool. Okay. I can also link it to YouTube now. This thing got an upgrade. There we go. Isabella, if you want to redeem first again, I'm going to quickly edit that. So you can do it twice. Maybe not. Manage rewards doesn't work. Let me go over here. Settings, moderation, viewer rewards. Rewards? No. Stream. Analytics, settings, content, community? No. Activity, follow list. Where is it in settings? I can never find it. Settings? Dashboard search. Enable channel points. Manage channel points. First, edit. Number of times per stream, 2. Isabella, do you want to get that again? There we go, there we go. And then I'll edit that back down to 1. Right, let's get this geode, and then we're going to build some walls, and then we're going to do some crazy redstone later. Isabella has signing in for 6 streams and getting first for 30 times. Congratulations. Sorry about that little delayed intro there. Let me also pin the Twitch on the YouTube's pin message. And then over here, did I pin it? I did pin it. Right. I do have sound. Okay. We're basically going to collect this geode before we move on to the next project, which is going to be building some of the walls, or at least starting to build some walls. But I think we need as much calcite as possible. So we're just going to go around and collect it. I probably don't need as many purple blocks anymore. The amethyst blocks, so we're just going to try and just get the calcite. Whoops. Whoops. How is everyone though? How's everyone doing? Zap's welcome in for 419 streams. Welcome, welcome. I liked your furnace under the glass, by the way. Your base made me want to do some redstone, so we're actually doing some redstone later today. I'm going to try and start the planning for that mini game, which I've been thinking a lot about it. Like, just generically, while I've been, like, doing stuff, I've been thinking about how it's going to work. And I think I have a rough idea of how I want it to work. Right, that should be good. We may leave if we can figure out how we got in. I think we got in through the roof. Somewhere. Brother, go down. There we go. Right, I'm pretty sure we dug straight down on this. We did. Ah. There we go. Ah, that's not as high up as I was hoping. There we go. I think this way's home. Leo, welcome in. How you doing? Welcome in for 22 streams. Yeah, I'm very excited for the redstone portion of stream. It's probably going to be quite interesting. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, doing good, thanks. But let's go back to the actual, the base location. Figure out what that's over here. We're gonna start placing blocks for once. Waffles, how you doing? Waffles, you'll be happy to know the second half of stream, I'm planning to do some redstone. It's gonna involve item randomizers, pulse extenders, mini games that, if successfully done, prevents a timer from blocking the whole game. It's gonna be the first proper mini game that I'm making with redstone. I've done them before. Like, I've done one where it was a massive, like, where everyone starts in the middle, and there's 2 teams divided by a sand wall, and then there's 3 segments of a maze per team, and every 5 minutes a wall drops, and they explore the maze, and they have to try and find resources and whatnot, and then the other one, then the middle drops, they fight to the death. I've done that, but that was relatively easy redstone. This one's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm excited for it. Oh, I'm terrified to think what it's gonna look like. I'm terrified to think what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna do it in creative. I don't currently have a redstone server, because I cleared out a ton of different servers a while ago. So I don't have a server just for redstone. I used to have a server literally just for redstone, but not currently. Does one of these have calcite in it? That one does. Right. Hey, Peggy, welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to survive making walls, because I do very much enjoy redstone. How you doing, Peggy? Welcome in for 435 streams. Also, we got another new player yesterday. Torex. Torex is now on the server. It's rare new people in the community make it onto the server without leaving first, so I always have a little celebration in my head. Right. So, do we plan the layout for the wall first with like wool, or do we just build it and hope for the best? I'm gonna put my leather boots on. I think we just build it and hope for the best. Hope for the best? Yeah. Would say build it and then make your structure around it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I'd probably want to flatten some of it, like for the bulk lengths of the walls, because I don't actually have a height that I'm aiming for. It's just going to be like one of those builds where you just kind of feel for the build. I'm thinking of doing the towers second. So I'll build the wall and then add towers where it makes sense to have towers, rather than following like a strict structure kind of thing. We'll see, we'll see. I'm just gonna do a generic, I'm gonna go to that, and then we'll figure out how it looks. I don't want it completely straight either. Right, see the length of the wall? Ooh, what if we did it based on like, so we want to have all of this calcite up to 164. Because then even if the land changes, we can keep the gradient fairly straightforwards between all of the levels. Yeah. Like 164 and then blend it. We're gonna need so much calcite. This is gonna be crazy. Right, so this level here, and then we blend it after. What was after calcite again? Was it concrete powder? I don't know if I have much of that yet. It's building, so I just nod along. Peggy, you say about that about anything we do. It's redstone, I just nod along. It's server work, I just nod along. It's socializing, I just nod along. Nods along, yeah. Alright, so 164. Here we go. So what does that look like? Okay. We would also get rid of these blocks under it, so the wall's not on top of snow or ice, but we'll do that secondary. Okay, so calcite into concrete powder. Here we go. So we're going up to 164, and then we start the blending, which normally means I just kind of like run along and do bits like this. And then we do this. I'm so glad rain doesn't turn concrete powder into concrete. That would be that'd be a bit unfortunate. Me too. Has many people used concrete yet? I don't know if that's like a later in the season kind of material. $7:30 Zoom call? Uh-oh. At least you remembered with 3 minutes to spare. Hopefully it goes well. Hey, zombie. Welcome in. Jack, appreciate the lurk. Welcome in. Right, so 164. Do we go up to 70? Yeah, so we'll take the whole thing up to 70, and then we'll blend it in with white wool. I want this to be like an impressively sized wall. And then however many resources we use for this bit, we double it, because the wall's going to have like a gap in between it. Zombie recommend for 143. Whoops, I just dropped some off the edge. I think that's looking nice. And then we prepare to blend it with the next level. Oops. Oops. That was a lot of concrete powder just for this bit of the wall. Right, and then we mix it with white wool. Okay. As long as it's nighttime yet? Yes. White wool, right? Yeah, white wool. I don't think we have much of that. We're gonna need some more. So let's dump all of this stuff. Let's go buy some white wool. I'm just gonna take this one. See how much we can get. Hopefully a decent amount, because there's so much resources needed for this build. If anyone wants to lurk in the YouTube, it'd be greatly appreciated. It's currently the pinned message. Right, over to here. Oh, let's check on the trims. So there's a few trims in there that we didn't already have, which is nice. So I'm gonna move those into here. Wait. So there was trims put in here for diamonds, but then there was also some in here we already had. Unless they put them in both? Or did someone... Did someone sell me something we already had? First, appreciate it, Peggy. I think someone might have accidentally sold us something we already had. Or they just put it in there. I'm not sure. But it's all good. Right. White wool. 10 diamonds for 1 shulker. Please have some white wool. Oh, damn. No white wool. I don't know if I want to dye it all. One diamond for 1 stack. Oh, there's not enough wool. I might need to buy one of these. 10 diamonds for 1 shulker, and then dye it all white. Okay. Let's go to the bone meal bit and see if there's many bones there. Wait. Or... turn that into white dye. This could work. I had bone meal on me, luckily. Not enough. I'm gonna go see if there's any spare bones there. Okay, we literally need 1 stack of bone blocks to make all of that white wool. In the other barrel? Maybe. I'm not sure. I think. Oh yeah, do you think there's enough? So is it that's what I need? Yeah. Just heard a chicken somewhere. How full is this? Ah, that's fine. Right. There we go. We just got a shulker of white wool. For only 10 diamonds. Best case scenario right there. Let's go place it on our wall. I might actually buy another, just to save on the diamonds. I might buy another shulker. Dye it later. Because that's a great price. Take the brown. I don't know if many people are going to use that for builds. There we go. That's a great deal. Appreciate it, Drac. Glad you made it there. Let me know when you're back. Do you like redstone? Ah, see, I said let me know when you're back because I was going to ask you a question and then I asked you anyway. Isn't it just? That's an awesome price for wool. I couldn't refuse. We've officially started building the wall. Up there. Right, so let's go to 75 for this one. And then we'll blend it into the snow. That should be good. And then we gotta technically build it twice because we want a platform running along the top of it. Unless we go for the wood. There's a wood technique you can do, which I might actually build that on the side of this. Whoops. I might try that here to see what it looks like. But Dragonel did a bit of the build at their base. They did a like a wood kind of foundation thing. I really liked the idea of that. These lights are very bright, so I'm going to turn these down a bit. It might make stream a little bit dark. Apologies, but they are ridiculously bright. Nah, stream still looks fine. I'm so glad we have Swift Sneak. It makes this so much easier. Right, and then we'll go like this to do like the random bits. Then after this is one more level. Oops. Like that. Right, and now we're going to switch to snow, which is the final level. Which should be... Here we go. Now this one doesn't need blended in anywhere. So this one just needs smoothed out. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. So I'll do this one up to level... here. And then maybe 2 more after. And then we'll have to do a little bit of math to figure out where we're going to put the up and down. Hey, D, how you doing? I'm well, thank you. How are you? It's been a while. Here's a question. Yeah, I may have failed to wait till you responded. I'm okay. That's good to hear. Right, this should be as high as the wall's gonna get. It's a pretty impressive wall. The Americans would be jealous. And what we're going to do on this side, I think I want to use the pale oak stuff. And have a frame. I don't know if anyone here has seen Dragonel's bit. As much digging on Minecraft. Peggy, how big are you going to make that hole? Rolling their eyes. Right. This is the height of the wall. That's large. Is that too big? I don't think so. I still haven't finished my Emerald City build. Taken over a year. I remember when you started that. Not when you started it, but I remember seeing it early on. I was one of the people in chat saying make a raid farm. But raid farms have been nerfed now in the newer update. What you building? This is a massive wall surrounding my little like sanctuary bit in the middle. So it's going to go all the way around the top of the mountain. I'm going to put towers in it. There's a spider climbing up to me. I'm going to put towers around the wall. And then this bit here, ignore that bit. That's distance horizons loading the outside, but not the inside. And then we're going to do a big hole through the mountain here and put big gates in that bit. Towers along it. And let me actually show you Dragonel's build they've done. Everyone else uses the Elytras while laughing. I know. It's not going to keep anyone out. Secretly, it's a wall for the stream snipers. Each time. See you tomorrow. See you in tomorrow's stream. Catch you in a bit. Appreciate you being here. Misfit, how you doing? Oh, that confused me for a second then, because we had a Misfit in the community for like 2 years. And I was like, oh, they're back and changed their name. You are a new Misfit. Welcome, welcome. I'm good, how are you? Doing good, thanks. Doing good, thanks. Thanks for asking. Will keep me out, only using Elytra to explore the Never and the End. Anyone know if Dragonel has a portal? I know it's like that direction. Maybe it's one of these. You're right, Isabel. Here it is. That's your Misfit? Access the inn. Ah, here we go, here we go, here we go. Right, this, picture this surrounding the wall. This kind of build here. See this with the wood? How cool is this? I've been here before, I like your streams. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, so this kind of thing. Also, let me just do a quick show you around this base. This base is awesome. They've even got power lines running around and things like that. Their builds are insane. But the main thing is this kind of area. I really like how they've done this. I'm sourcing my shulker monster. Yeah. Yeah, for the soundtrack. Yeah, the playlist is what keeps people. Oh, sorry. I'm so used to there being pressure plates behind the doors. Right, let's go back to the base. We need pale oak. I've heard it's the beard. Let's go have a quick look over here. Basically, anything other than the content itself. You guys want to see Isabella's Island? They've moved underground. I want to show you it. I'm gonna show you. Let me mute because they tend to scream when you approach them. Look, so they've got this bit down here now. So inside, and this used to be a massive water cave, and they've drained the whole thing out. They've got storage over here. They've like put stone bits around so you can just run everywhere. They've got another room down here they're gonna do. Over here, they've got more storage for a different thing. They're gonna have, I think, an enchanting area over here. And this used to be a water cave. And they've got like pillars holding it up and all that. It's very cool. I like it. It's just like in the side of a hill goes to that. I like it. So I can build a basement. Right, what do we... Yes, I want to try... This is going to probably be the hardest part of it all. I need a bunch of pale oak. I don't have I don't have enough pale oak. And I had to cut my morning round. Sure, have a great rest of your day. So catch you next time. Catch you in a bit. Appreciate you dropping in. Hope you have a good day. Right, I think we need more pale oak. Do we quickly do like a pale oak farming bit? I might need to make some pale oak. I don't know if I kept the saplings. Oh, there's some pale oak. I want to do what Dragonil did, but with pale oak, and have it as the boundary of the wall. You may steal some of mine. I am happy to provide diamonds. Let me just hope that I get 4 saplings at least. Deeper underground means less socializing with people above ground. That's true. But you seem to have people with you underground as well, don't you? Ah, here we go. Right, I've got 4. I'm gonna go steal some pale oak. I don't have a lot yet. Would you like diamonds? I would be happy to pay for some payload. Where would I find? Diamond stack, I have 4 stacks. I mean, for sure, I can do that. Oh, down there. Payload is so hard to get because it's one of the four wide of the base of the trees. What? Ah. I'll do 2. Thank you. Okay, we can actually start building now. Nice. So, if the top level of the wall is at 180, I could do... How often do I move the frames? Because I would want to use the stripped... That's not what I wanted. Whoops. I would want to use the stripped logs. So let's say if the wall's here, do I quickly strip some logs? Let me just quickly strip a stack of logs. So with me on the ground with an occasional drop. Unless they've got solo in their title, you know, I think it's pretty fair to go up and talk to people. I'll avoid it if they have solo in their title. I'm normally not social on this on the SMP, but this season it seems to have changed a bit. Do I have it go into the wall, or do I also build like a frame? Oh, I need scaffolding for sure. I think someone sells scaffolding. 1 second. Let me go buy some scaffolding. Let me go get scaffolding and then we should be good. Drac, you know the 2 people that we saw yesterday? No, 2 days ago after the raid. Have you ever done the joint stream thing? Because I don't actually know what that does, but it seems like if when I messaged one of them, the other one could see it and vice versa. Is that what was happening? Because I was talking to one of them and then the other one could see it. I don't know if you know that. You're quite a social streamer. How did I find scaffolding? The co-stream is combination chats and does a VC together and all that. It's through Twitch specifically. So can you not do it through OBS? Aha, here we go. 2 stacks for 1 diamond. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Have that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1. That should be enough for now. Right, back to the other bit. You have to use the streamer dashboard to actually accept it. Right, okay. That's fair. I used to be a much more social streamer. I go through phases of it. Back when I did challenges, that was a lot of fun. I socialized with everyone there. But when the new season rocked around, I wasn't in a Minecraft phase. I was actually burnt out of Minecraft, so I didn't do it. Right, so if we did it there, and then let's say we did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can be a task. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer just to get on with stuff sometimes. I consider myself quite a good solo gamer. I'm not as good when it comes to multiplayer. Like when the repo stuff was around, I remember there was some streams we have lots of people in, but that's because we were solo playing it and we were on like level or round 50 or 60. I think we were at 57. Stuff like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. I missed. I wanted 8 gap. I'm going through coffee drive through. Just saw 2 people doing sugar in the parking lot. I mean, that's one way to start the day, isn't it? So let's do it. Let's do it at this height. First time I've seen that. Weird how they're just doing it in a car park. Okay. And then let's go maybe some slabs. Let me drop some stuff in here. Weren't you around in the 80s? Right, let's do that, and then we'll do an 8 gap. And then we'll do another frame there. Can show you at some point if you like. I'll see. I'll let you know about that. I don't. It's a conflict of interests in a way for me with the whole social. I'm not very good at socializing, and I don't fully understand a lot of stuff. But I like socializing on the backhand of it. But even that confuses me. So You get what I mean? I've done it in the past. Like a lot of socializing. I've gone through phases of like a few months, like fully socializing, constantly looking for like socializing to do, joining social clubs and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll just kind of like randomly be like, done, finished my quest. Yeah, I used to do things like bed wars with some people. I did building competitions with some people. I think most of the people I used to socialize with have either stopped streaming or like changed social groups. I actually don't know what bed wars are. Oh, it's a PvP game mode on like Minecraft servers. It's like a little like competitive thing you can do with people. Brother. Sonny, welcome in. Do I need to stream so we get some social groups? What do you mean, so? Oh, like places for people to socialize? What are you doing, Sonny? Oops. Word, don't worry. I think half the time people do say it right, and I don't understand. Llama used to find it funny where I would be talking about something, and he would comment on it, and I would immediately read the comment and not know what it was referencing. Right, so we did an 8 gap, right? So now if we go down here, if that's there, then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. And then let's base it on, in fact, no, 8. We'll go there. 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there. Then 1, 2, whatever. So we could do something along these lines. Right. And then we'll do the same up there. Tundra, how you doing? It's good to see you. Oh, right. I get you, Peggy. I appreciate it. Yeah, now my favorite. Now this isn't a negative to anyone else, but whoever watched the streams would probably know this already. I had such a laugh when me and J-Raw streamed together. It doesn't matter what game it was. We even played Fortnite and we were like, he had me laughing. No, no, no. Don't be using that stuff. Wait. Is it that stuff? Oh, okay. So you do have to use the strip logs. How you doing, Tundra? True, welcome in for 418 streams. I used to stream with Jai a few times on Challengers SMP. Me, Gutty, and Bio used to do like challenges together and things like that. That was a lot of fun. Right, let's make some more stripped logs. Oh, brother. It's fine, don't worry about it. I don't know why I looked at my light, like my light pressed the button. Right, we're actually getting some building done today. How you doing, True? Supposed to be a question mark? I was like, wait, what did True do now? Home? Welcome home, Zaps. Here we go. Okay, let's do some of those. And then I also want some of those. And then I'm also going to want some stairs. Like this. So on the corners, I think I want to go... like that, as if it's being braced. Also, I want these with the dot at the top. Who was Zaps? Do you remember your water? Oops, give me that back. Do you remember your water tower you did? What block did you use in the middle of the shelf? Oh wait, well this is this stuff, so I could maybe. What's the iron block? Maybe is that's kind of white. I don't know if I have an iron block somewhere. Hey, Katie, welcome in for 442 streams. How you doing? Let me try some iron blocks. Now I can watch properly. Nice. Welcome, welcome. I'm just experimenting at the moment with how we're gonna do this. You're broken. Oh, well, I wouldn't actually have it on this side, would I? Because it would carry on. Well, let's just do the design and then we'll figure out how to do the rest after. You know, I'm not as big on the shelves as I thought I would be. Water tower? I meant, water mill. Water mill. I think it's this season. You use shelves and put a block in it. Okay, I think I don't like it above it. I think I prefer it below it. How did how did the Dragon Ale do it? Because that looks really bulky for me. One second, I'm gonna go look at the base I'm using for inspiration for this bit. It's decorations and the shelves. Are they used in redstone? How are shelves used in redstone? Are we using Dragon Ale's base as inspiration for this little bit we're doing here? Oh, they do have the stairs. Oh no, they've kind of gone for the slabs. They do have the shelf, the stair bits like here. So I think the reason I don't like it is I built it, because this looks fine. Okay. So I found the issue with my build, and it's the fact that I built it. They even have power cables going between their builds. Yeah, no, I fully thought I messed up the build. But I'm starting to think I didn't. Okay, I might be out of food. Yeah, I'm out of food. I mean, it doesn't look that bad from down here. Wait a minute. I was like, how do we make that blend in? Like the slabs? We can just put a full block there. So what if we also did one going that way? And then the in between the frames, we do it less like this. Because there'll be another frame next to this one. full block looks better. So there. We can brace the underneath of it. Do you know what I mean? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't think that's gonna reach. I mean, I could just do it in reverse, right? I like it so far. Thank you, thank you. And then we'll do a solid block here again. Like that. I made it back in time. Welcome back. We're currently messing around with the framing. And I'm having it as the bottom frame is going to be like fully secured from like all angles. We'll fill in the gaps at some point. Oh, technically here as well. I'm gonna make these full blocks. Right, let's have a look from a distance. I don't need a shelf here because eventually that's going to go to another one. But I can put them in. Well, actually, so if that, so there, then this would go from here to there and there to there. So that would become a full block. Just as detail? Yeah, that's just for detail. So the shelves are like supposed to be like supports in the logs, if you get what I mean. So I put a iron block in the middle of them to look like bolts. That idea was from Zaps. And then the actual framing, how it looks, is from Dragono. Credit where credit's due. Need more stairs. But more than a trapdoor, yeah. I like how it looks. Box them up a bit, yeah. I do need more food. I've only got 3 potatoes left, so at some point we're going to have to go on an adventure. Boom. Nailed it. Don't you bully me. Hitting the wall so many times. Hey, I am persistent. Okay, so now we go like from there. Now we flip it basically. But I do need the decoration on the front of it, so let's put this down. Yeah, there was a bump. I was just flattening it down. Just flattening it down. I'm gonna put one here as well. Right, we need more pale oak. Do we? We might be able to finish this with the stuff we've got. But then we'll have to get a lot more. Oh, I've got a whole stack of stairs there. Okay, so that will go there. Okay, why doesn't shelves place on the block? Like that. Why is that a thing? I won't do it there, because these are going to come from this corner. Is it? No, it's going to go from that corner up to there, so we can actually put one of those there. And here. Boom. I think that looks nice. Let's go over this side, do the same. So it's going to come from that way, so we can't do it. Boom. Right. I need to keep an eye on the time, because about halfway through stream, I do want to have a look at redstone. I can't promise how long we're going to do redstone for. It depends how quickly it, like, gets complicated. But I have a rough idea in my head of what I want to do. I want to finish this frame first. Redstone, like learning about it. Oh, well, you'll probably learn some stuff today. I'm gonna make a redstone randomizer. Followed by a bunch of mini games inside of the randomizer. That's the idea, at least. I don't know if I'll do all of that today, but I'll definitely make a start on it. It even... I've been thinking about it. A lot of my early redstone streams, like learning about redstone, it wasn't a co-stream because I don't think they had it back then. But was a stream with Striker. I met Striker through Gutty's chat. Striker, I actually had heard of Striker through Glotz, who unfortunately no longer streams. But Glotz was like a crazy redstoner. Glotz taught me about the whole fact that a piston is a door. There's a word that begins with a Q. Which basically described the fact that you could actually read a piston without touching the piston itself, because a piston in the code is a door. They taught me all that fun stuff. And then Striker taught me about using things like rails to extend currents. And counting ticks so I can make something happen at the same time across a large area. I don't know if I have any mods here that want to shout out Striker. Just because I'm talking about them. Right, let's put that. Whoops. That. There. Hey, Ghost. Appreciate the follow. So reliable with the ticks. So jealous. I mean, just gotta chuck in an application. We can get you soon doing some Java redstone. And then this goes here. It's rare someone who's not been here for a long time gets on the SMP, but yesterday, Torax got on the SMP. I'm pretty hyped about that. See how they get along, or how they do. I've done this wrong, I think. Is this joinable? It is. Exclamation mark SMP for more details. Whoops. I don't think this fits. Whoops. What if I braced it with a single one of these? Help. I always give people a chance. I find it much easier to give someone a chance. This isn't about you in particular, about the next part, but and then if they break the rules or they cheat or they try and grief, we just simply reset it. Like we can just roll back the grief and ban them. I'd much prefer to give people chances than never to give them a chance. The only hard part in the past has been when they join the community and then they get along with community members, but then they also massively don't follow rules and stuff. That's the only time it gets a bit messy. But that's very rare. I think that's only happened a handful of times. Aha. I've just, whoops. I Found another place to put iron blocks. Nah. Nah, what? You said help? Oh, and you said nah? We could put another shelf in that corner. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Drake. There's the server's big enough that there's different social groups on here as well. So it's nice that you've kind of like found a group to hang out with, settle in with. Put one up there as well. Oh, wait. I want to put stairs there. Just on the top level, I want stairs. Yeah, no. People don't, if there's ever been anyone removed from the SMP, it's not a surprise. They would be well aware of many warnings before anything like that would happen. So there's nothing to worry about. It's not like we're going to get one day and be like, okay, we're done with this person. We don't do that. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. Rollbacks are nice. We haven't had to do a rollback since the start of season 2. And that was because Gergash didn't know what a respawn anchor was and right-clicked it in the middle of Katie's base. And was like, what is this? And then right-clicks it and it blows up their house. Which was hilarious, I might add. There was a clip of it somewhere, but it's like 2 years ago now. I don't know where it would be. I thought you just rebuilt it. Oh, maybe not then. There was one time where we had to do a rollback. But we didn't have it. I didn't know how to use it for entities at the time. And that was the end of last season during the Olympics, where I did at E, thinking it meant at everyone. Because I'd just been doing stuff on Discord. And it was at all entities. That was unfortunate. Other than me, though, I don't think there's been a reason to do one. I don't think I'm missing anywhere. Right, let's remove the scaffolding and see how it looks. Is it bad there? Did it so many times. Oh, the weld edit stuff. Why did they use weld edit? Was that for building? To be fair, in like server building stuff, I know quite a few people, including myself, who have done similar things and accidentally crashed servers doing weld edit commands. Because you can do a weld edit command and it's perfectly fine. It has no problems with it. And then you do the same command and the server's like, what's happening? And then just closes. Building a wall. Aiden, I've already made that joke. Well, not that specific joke. 5 million blocks at once. Oh, yeah, no, that's not how you do it. You can paint it. Or, here's something even better. There's weld generation plugins where you can custom texture a weld and then put it in, delete the weld file, and when it regenerates, you've got custom terrain. I just got here. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you, Aiden. I don't know where. Yeah. Right, I need food. Isabella, do you have any food I can steal? Just use Axia. I've seen you using that recently. That is a very fun one. I haven't quite yet got onto that kind of stuff. Gutty was trying to talk to me about it a while ago. I started using a lot of them, but not that one. Thank you. Right, let's have a look at this wall. What do we think about the framing? That actually... That's not that bad. I'm not against that. And I built it. Built it. Look at that. I'm going to frame the whole wall basically like that. Maybe every 4, I'll do a tower. Hello. Right, and then just to demonstrate, you like it? Yeah, just to demonstrate, basically what we'd do next is we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the next one will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. So it'd go here. So we'd do a wall up here. And then we could go 8 out again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. So then we'd go up here. And then this is where it gets tricky, because we're going to have to join that one with this one. Unless we use this wall as part of it. Because we could then build it here. Right? Have it slightly skinnier. And then do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then the next big wall would be here. And on this one, we go out by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'd go up here. And follow it in the blocks. So there'd be a... Let me know what you think about this, by the way, because I haven't done it yet. So tower here, or we're going to call this tower for this conversation. Tower, tower, tower there. But then we also build one back here, so we can carry on doing tower, 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 then tower there, then tower there, tower there, tower there, tower there. And then we kind of go around like that. So it stays in block formation. Or we try and curve it. That's the other option. What about towel hair? Brother. I didn't get a single true response about that one. Maybe that's for next stream. We'll figure that one out next stream. So that, then there's a tower here. A little one there, maybe. One here, 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 then there, then there, then there, then there, then there. Does that what I mean? We'll have to see what it looks like, but this is the start of the wall. See it? This is the wall we're going with. Seems close, but looks good. So this here is basically what people would run along. So I kind of want this bordering the whole wall. Originally, uh-oh. Where was that? Spawn. Do you need me to go pick it up? Now, you got it. Right, I think we're about ready to switch to some redstone. I haven't done a redstone stream in a long time. But I know the rough concept of what I want to do. Fret, perfect timing. I said redstone, you're here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in for 393 streams. Did I hear redstone? You did indeed. Bobstone? Bobstoned? What? Let me go IRL for a moment. That might have been an impulsive response. Let me make a new single player world. Create a new world. Let me call it Bobstone. We're gonna make it a creative, difficulty, peaceful, allow commands on, weld type, super flat, generate structures off, bonus chest off, customize. Let me remove that, remove that, remove that. How do I add one? Classic flat. Use. Remove. Remove. Can I change this? No. Remove, I guess. Let's go for... We could do a void weld. Oh, let's build it in a void weld. That might look cool. I don't have welded it, though. Redstone ready. Apparently there's one called redstone ready. I'm going to use that. I want to see what that's like. Yeah, let's use one called redstone ready. Create new world. Okay. We have a world. Redstone. Right. So, let me use some wool and some signs. So I'm thinking we could use a 9. In fact, if we have multiple random chance things, we can make a percentage. So for example, if this was a 9 item random, 9 item random, and then so then we'd have like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. This one here could be another 9 item, right? Because we use a dispenser. So then this one goes to another 9. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. And then that gives us 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So these would have a 1 in 8 chance. Sorry, a 1 in 9 chance. Which is roughly like 12% chance. And then these ones would roughly have about a 1.2% chance to happen. So these ones could be harder than these ones, right? Do you know what I mean? And then we have 17 outcomes for redstone. So each one of these could go to a mini game, right? One of these outcomes could go to a mini game. Mini games could be so let's say you start it. We could then have a... So the beginning would be over here, right? So let's say this would be the start. This then goes off this way to a 30-sec timer. And then every 30 seconds... this activates one of the mini games. If any of those mini games fail, what we would want to do is freeze. Well, we can't actually use that, but we could do like the older method or the other one, which is using one of these to block this. So that'd be something like that. Let me move it back by one. So it'd be something like this. So if any of these mini games fail, we lock the timer and it doesn't do any more. Any of the mini games fail, it locks, and then throughout the game, we could have we can have a 15-second timer over here, and every 15 seconds, let me use this just to represent a timer. We could have a dropper putting. Can I do /rename in this? No. Let me get an anvil. So every 15 seconds, we could deposit a point into a chest. And then that's how they keep their score. So once one of them fails, we could have a sound go off. It blocks the timer, so it stops running the timer. And they'd go over here to a chest. And they'd be like, oh, I got 64 points. Or 32 points. Or 33 points. See what I mean? So that's how we're going to do the scoring. This would also be based off maybe this timer. 30-second timer. So every time it starts a new mini game, it deposits one of these into a chest, which tracks your score. Be prepared to help Bob? What do you mean, Aiden? How dare you? Appreciate you, though. I see where you're going now. And then each one of these could be a mini game, which let me do this. So let me go over here. So what we could have, let me look for a lamp. So we could have, let me get a hopper. So let's this is all hypotheticals now. So you could have a hopper there, right? And then this is the actual floor. I don't know, let me just go with this. So this is inside of the game, right? This light represents the game has been activated, this individual minigame. Then we could have another one. I hate observer clocks, but in a minigame, I don't think I'm too against it. Because it's not going to be always on. So then we could have one attached to a piston. So these have 5, maybe, I don't know, maybe like 3 minutes. And it might be item frame. And then that might be, I don't know, pork chop. Or a cooked pork chop. Right? And then we can go here and here. And maybe this is like sign. Three X. So you need to put 3 cooked pork chops in this one before this runs out. And when it gets close to running out... Okay, does this not work anymore? Is that too fast? Wait a minute. Oh, the redstone goes out the back. Wait. Oh, I think that's too fast. Maybe I need a... Wait. Is there any item lessons? Wait. I still have to so much trouble following. Redstone item lessons. There are item lessons. Oh yeah, I can send you a few. Yes, please. Yeah. Don't worry. This will every time we build something in here, I'll explain what it does. I'm just trying to figure out how this has changed because you used to be able to attach that to this and it'd flash. But we could maybe just do like a clock that is activated. Like one of those. So it does that. Oh, wait, what if we had it attached to a sound as well? So, right, so hypothetically it says deliver 3 into there. And then this one could have, I don't know, 60 seconds for each of these mini games that you have to deliver something. So cooked pork chops, there'll be furnaces and normal pork chops, and you kind of make things to deliver. Or there might be one with wheat in it, and you have to deliver some wheat. And you have a farm that you have to try and keep up on. There's a small farm, but you also get some bone meal. So you have to basically it's multitasking. So let's say you deliver 3 into here, then it prevents this timer from going off. I'll somehow remove... I could do it with a retracting a piston so a comparator can't pass the power forwards. So that would be... If there's a timer here... Right, so let's say this is the timer for the game. Again, this is all just... This is the equivalent of sketching right now. I'm glad. Sounds confident. Do you, Fret, do you think this will work? I bet I could get it to work. Right. And then we need a sticky piston here. So basically, right, if the power... Let me break this. I'm not sure I follow half. Right. Let me put a lamp here. So if this lights up, the game fails, right? So the timer starts. It goes around. Oh, I forgot the redstone again. So let's say this activates this mini game, right? So it starts, it lights up this lamp here. When it gets to halfway, it starts the buzzing. And then when it gets to the end, that lights up. Game lost, makes some sounds, freezes all the redstone. You lose, right? But, right, let's do that again. Wait for it to finish. Let's say you do it again, but then you actually complete the mini game. It retracts that. So when the timer runs out, it doesn't stop the game because you completed it. Do you know what I mean? So that could be how we have this run. And then halfway through the timer, this could trigger the flashing light thing. So that could actually just go to one of these. Then that could go to the note block. Like that. So then halfway through it, starts the light flashing and the sound. You still don't beat it. And it lights up that, and that is the equivalent of the game ending. The question is, once it ends, how would I reset it? But I guess that's a problem for later into it. Because we could have it so once that gets completed and that lights up, we'd have to have some sort of method to stop this from happening again. Unless we use a pulse extender, and then once the pulse extender finishes, it unpowers everything and it all goes back to normal. Teach them how to make a hopper clock. I've made hopper clocks before. Are we having it based on a, like these timers will be Etho's hopper clocks? Everybody's got there. Don't worry about it, Waffles. I know all about lag and stuff. This is just like a demonstration. This isn't the build yet. It will be optimized. Yeah, I'll use Etho's hopper clocks, or I think a pulse extender is pretty much the same. I'll probably use a lot of pulse extenders as well. So if there's a 60-second minigame, the pulse will extend for 60 seconds. Yeah, don't worry. But the way I've done redstone builds in the past is I make a very large build. So this might end up being really big for the minigame with all the parts separate. I just nod and agree. That's fair. With all the parts being like separate, and then I compact it, and then I see if I can compact it again. And then if I can't compact it anymore, then I optimize it. I can switch things out for here and there. And then testing, see if it works, then I can change things here and there. So it's going to be very messy for the beginning. But we just need the concept down. Timed out. Try turning off your game. Wait in a moment. Turn the game back on. But yes, then this would freeze all of that. I do love redstone. I don't think about redstone the same way Bob does. Gives me anxiety sometimes. I think about see the same way I do service though. I see I find like simpler builds and then I put them all together and make one big build out of it. Whereas some people are able to skip it and optimize it earlier on. I have to like build a massive redstone machine and then I optimize, then I shrink it down and then do all that kind of stuff. But essentially, this is the concept.
Do something.
Did I miss something, Katie? Let me scroll. That's the alert. I've missed something sometimes. But yeah, so that's the concept of it. So I don't know whether to design the mini games first. And trues. But I can't use the online map on my phone. Isabella, I said to restart the game. Is the map down again? I'm in? Nice. Okay, so that one fixed. Was the map working before the restart? Why's the map gone down again? So let me check the logs. Wait a minute. Oh, the map might not be down. I think the network for the server's down. Unless my internet's currently down. No. I can't access the console and I can't connect to it with FileZilla. So give it a bit. It might be an issue with the network. Try again in a bit and see if that works. You should still be able to connect to it, but the network might be down. Yeah, give it a bit of time, and then if it still does it, I can look into the logs and stuff, but it looks like it's a network issue. To disseminate. I'm down to open the borders. I just kind of wanted the like the daily backup stuff and all that ready. I could do it manually, to be fair. But the world files are going to get quite big, so doing it manually is going to suck. Middle of the stream is my internet down. It has done that before. I've been talking to people for like 10 minutes and then realize, and then it says connected back to chat, and I'm like, where did everyone go? I've done that before. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm waiting for the backups, because if the files get too big, it's gonna take a long time for the manual downloads. Mainly using it on my phone, see who's on without turning the PC on. So true, you are spying is what you're doing. Was it working earlier? Not connecting at the moment. I could do it manually. I could definitely try and do it. Let me try and plan it. What day is Monday? The 26th. I could maybe try and plan it for Monday. Let me have a think about it, because if I'm doing it manually, then I don't really need to wait. I can just open it up. Let me think about it. Also, why is this not working? I'm having issues connecting to the SMP through FileZilla. So I think they might be having... It kicked me again. Yeah, I think there might be some network issues. Let me see if they've said anything in their Discord. Authentication down. No, it's not. It's not your fault. It might be a network issue. Let me see if the logs say anything about the map. Might be a network thing, because that not even that's downloading. Okay, yeah, bear with. Just hold off with it. It should get fixed soon. Right. Do we build the randomizer first? I need to get weld edit on this one so I can copy and paste stuff once I've built it. Maybe let's make a mini game first. Yeah, let's go over here. I want to try and build the the mini game. Meow back. We'll go up a bit so we can see. And I'll color code it as well, because I've remembered that from the past. What do you want the odds to be? Well, I was thinking if I did a 9-item randomizer and then the second 9-item randomizer over here, that means these ones have like about a 12% chance of activating, and then these have about a 1.2% chance of activating. Approximately. Ray rough numbers, but... Right, so let's go... like that, and then we would have that go to that, and then this would be a lamp. This lamp will be activated if this mini game is chosen. Then we'll have a secondary light. In fact, we could just do a second light. We don't need it to flash. So... yeah, this is very early on, so... we still need to figure this out. So that could be... after 30 seconds, it activates those lights, and then these activate if the mini game is chosen. Okay, that lights up that as well. So this is still quite early on. So this mini game is chosen. It does this one. And then once the timer gets halfway done, activates this one to tell you that you really need to start doing something over here. And then we'll have cooked pork chop here. And then this could be like the kitchen room, for example. Have to run second cool. Have to check in. Be redstone it? That's fair. I hope that goes well. Dispenser has 9 slots, different items in each item to the sorting system. Activation? Yes. Yeah, bet. Hey, welcome in. How you doing? This is going to be a mini game based on multitasking. We've literally just started the concept of it, so I haven't fully figured out how everything's gonna work yet. Once we get more into it, it might, hopefully we'll get a bit clearer of what I'm planning to do. Hmm. We could have a we could have something like this behind it, so people should hopefully never need to run out of coal. Might just be you. I'm also getting problems for me now. I haven't dropped any frames. And the sound got louder? Okay, okay. Ooh, what if we went with... Wait. So this would be above the roof. And then these could have... I could go off this way. So whenever this game gets activated... That gets activated, it does that. And then... This can be powered by a redstone lamp, redstone torch, so... we could use the comparator delayer on here. So I believe there's a slight pulse extender you can do with a comparator. How do I do that again? Is it like that? I don't actually know if that's it. Oh, it is that. Nice. Surprised I remembered that. So, essentially, let me remove this wall so I can see it over there. So when this game is activated... Oh, I forgot to... Oh, okay, so that won't break itself. So that is a permanent. So we need to turn that into a pulse instead of permanent. So this is good for learning. So how would I do a pulse again? I haven't done this in so long. I'm going to move this around a bit just to give some more space. So I think you pulse it with a piston. How would I turn it into a pulse? I know it uses the piston. I think the piston has to unpower itself. Use a repeater cycle. I'm going to try and avoid repeater cycles. Piston with sand on it. That's it. Thank you, thank you. And then now I need to remember how to actually do it. Oops. Wait. Shouldn't that flicker through? Oh, it does. But the flicker... Wait, is it because it does not reach? Or is it too slow for this to take hold of it? We do that there, then. That does light, but I think that's too fast for this to do anything. Oh, this side instead of the other side? There we go. Right, we got it. I'm gonna move this. Just so I can see it better when I do it. Okay. So, that goes off. Drops it on the floor. Player will come along and be... Well, this bit won't be activated yet. This bit, player will come along and see that light there's on, right? And it's dropped some pork chops. So if I do... They would run along and be like, oh... Let me drop that. And that. And that. Oh, look. Pork chops. This mini game's on. I need to turn these into those. And then you might not have realized fast enough. Oh no. I'm running out of time. Panic. Excitement around the game. Got it. Drop it in. That all then turns off, and you go look for other mini games that need doing. And it's all in like one big building. That's the idea. We could definitely read this. And if you fail, the whole game stops. It locks the whole thing, and then you would check your chest. You doing a Hungry Hermit inspired game? Yes. I haven't actually seen that game other than I think 10 minutes of Ren playing it. But I had that in my head with... They had to farm wheat, I think. That's what I remember so far. And then you check your points at the end of it. Hungry Hermit inspired game. I might actually watch that. I might see if they've got a YouTube video about it. Because if they've done something similar, I would love to see how they've done it. Hungry Hermit. Hermits playing Hungry Hermits. Oh, this is a lot of That's a lot of redstone. I don't see what the game is though. Do they have another video of them playing it? Gem and Efo plays new game. Wait. I want to see them actually playing it. Oh, they've got it as armor stands is... The video game, we have to run a restaurant and cook dishes and serve customers in time. I found a video of it. How have they used armor stands? How do they have their score? Do they have a score system in that? Oh, they've name tagged the armor stands. I immediately feel insignificant. So it gives them a name tag. Thank you, thank you. That's good redstone. So how this one does it? This wasn't what I thought it was. But they've got it so an armor stand will get a name tag. You have to give them the item and then drop them. And then it must check what item they have after it's been dropped to see if you gave them the right one. That's actually insane. How would they have done that? It drops silverfish and rats. What, in that game? When watching Tango streams? Yeah. So obviously the randomized name tags, but then how would they know based on the name tag what item you have to give them? Unless that's a trust thing. Unless it dispenses the name tag and then also something for a filter to see if you gave them the right item. And then armor's not stackable, so maybe they figure out the outcome based on the armor. Everything in my brain is firing all at once. Look at the world download and spectator. What, do they have one just for that game? Bruh, that's insane. I might need to change it up now. I don't know. I think you want to say? I might need to change it up. I didn't realize they did one with food and delivering. I thought they did a farming one. What other mini games can I do instead? Aiming with targets. Oh, I could do many mini. My original plan was many mini games inside of a mini game. It's not just food delivery, but also like one of them could be parkour. So the door opens, the light above it. You have to get to the end and press a button before the timer runs out. This is for what he's doing. How does he deal with chat? I don't think I've watched their streams before. I might need to watch it. Is that the same one that made... not the Vault game. The game inside of Hermitcraft with the keys and the Ravengers and all that. He just says no. Decked Out, that's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, Outlaws, how you doing? The stream description matches the content. Stream description? What? Let's build a wall and then some scary redstone? Well, we built a wall and now we're doing redstone, so. The SMP Season 4. We were building a wall on the SMP Season 4. How you doing, Atlas? Zaps got flagged? Why? What for? Oh, it thought there was a link. Oh, right, okay. So we could also do a... I don't know now. I like the idea of this, but I didn't realize they had done something with delivering food and all that. I want to know how they did it. Unless their randomizer, instead of having it do one thing, they had like the randomizer. Probably not the same one I'm thinking of, but they had a randomizer, and if this activated, it set the filter item as well as naming the armor stand. But how did they give it a name tag while it was in the middle of a room? Maybe a dispenser? I thought it would have needed to hit it. Unless there was a dispenser. Like under a piece of carpet. No, because it was sat on scaffolding, wasn't it? Then they had the armor stand. I would have like a name tag in it. Because they also had the pressure plate. Maybe not a dispenser then. Ah, I might actually have to binge watch all of their things to figure out how they did that kind of stuff. Oh, I don't have, wait, can I do that? No. Okay, so it must be with, it must only work with that data pack to like give, to give armor stands names and all that. They're not exaggerated. Oh no, I'm not doubting it at all. I'm very interested to how they did it. But wasn't the armor stand in the middle of the room? One second, I'm in that bit. I got another advert. They are in the middle of the room. It's probably impossible. Yeah, no, that's fair. I wanna watch. I might actually watch those VODs. I might need to try and find like a playlist of them building that game. That's insane. Two haunted mansions? Try tagging the stand? I definitely think it uses a, yeah, I think it uses the armor stand data pack. Okay, well, maybe I just carry on with my little mini game thing, and we just ignore. Hey, you know, there's Van Goghs of the world, but people still enjoy painting. So I'll just carry on. On and off of the armor stands randomly, things like that. Yeah, it does sound very cool. Right, but let me demonstrate what I've done for this little bit here. Is that an original Bob? That is straight from the front of my brain. If you read the quotes channel, some of them don't sound that good. Ignoring the issue is always a solid plan. Exactly. Exactly. Also, using the armor stand plugin with redstone to cause it to change positions to indicate where the customer is angry. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't even know. Wouldn't even know how that works. So just move forwards. There's actually a quotes channel in Discord if you want to add it in there. Some of them don't sound the best from my part. I've just seen a quote from LJ who put it in there. It's definitely because someone said a joke I don't understand. And I said, oh, I get it because I poop. Bob 2025. I immediately regret looking in that channel. The quote channel is very out of pocket. It definitely is. Right, so we could put this one on a timer. So there is hey Henry, welcome in for 4 streams. How you doing? There is Etho's timer, which is the hopper clock one. Which I don't actually remember how you make, because I haven't done it in a long time. But essentially, this would activate, right? Wait. So, boom, activates, drops stuff on the floor, right? Players running around. Oh, I need to do this mini game. Grabs that, puts it in there, drops it in there. Game's good. I could either do it with a filter, like have an items filter. And then read the output of the item filter. And then if anyone ever puts the wrong item in one of them, that also triggers the game to end. So this would be comparator, comparator, redstone, redstone, redstone. Like that. That's an item clock right there. And then we could hypothetically read the output to see if there's 3 pork chops in here. Now I want to make my own version. I'll let you have this though. This one, I'm gonna do lots of random mini games inside of it. I don't know how I'm gonna get it to work, but you know, it's a good way to practice. Is trying to figure it out. So this one, would have 41 of those. I think it's 41 of it. And if it goes to 42, oh, I did this wrong. Whoops. So that reads this one. Maybe not. How do I build this? Oh, that needs to face into it. That needs to face into it. I haven't done this in a while. There we go. Just trademark it when you get a better product. Okay, so then this one's going to filter it, right? And then we can read the output somewhere. And then if this one detects anything, so if that detects anything, that then sends a signal, which also fails the game. We get some red wool. This can be the signal for failing the game. Or if the timer fails to turn itself off once the game is complete, and then so we'll do green for here, meaning if that gets activated correctly, that one stops the timer from ending the game at the end of the game. You know what I mean? So you'd start it maybe here. Drops that down. You then cook it. And then let's say you didn't have enough time. So you go whoops. I just put 16 out there. And then maybe one of the, like, bit of that, right? Because then, what happened there? Why did this end up in here? Is it because I put too many in at once? Let me try with just 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. And then another 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, so that would have been before the filter item. But then, let's say you try and fake it. 1, 2, 3. Detects items in here. Fails the whole game. You have cheated. Okay, so red is fail, green is not. We'd also need a way for... We'd need a way for the game to reset itself. So this can read that. And if it gets to 3, it could unlock a hopper under it, which dispenses it into lava. But keep this as a positive, stays on until it's reset. Do you know what I mean? So this would have to have a way to read 3 of them. Specifically 3. And then once it hits 3, it sends the positive signal and also clears the hopper. So we could have a hopper here. A dispenser here. Oops. And then this would be lava. Like that. We'd have to send this a signal somehow. So we move this along by 1 so we can do the... Wait, I'll just face this down. Like that. And then we could use one of these. So if that detects anything in there, we'd want that to pulse. Which I think is that. No, we need one of those. And then if you put like a stack in there. Yeah, there we go. But how do you know that the person made 3 and not just 1? Because we'll read the output and make sure that there's 3 in here. 3 in here before it unlocks this. So we can actually read that there's 3 of them. So that's locked. Oops. So then things can go in here without being taken out. And then once this hits 3, which we can do a subtract mode on this. Wait, that way? Yeah. Like that. So this one, if we put 3 in there, then take that. So how do I do this then? So that powers with 1. If I put 1 in there, that unpowers because it subtracts it. Put another 1 in there, doesn't unpower. Put another 1 in there, doesn't unpower. So I need something weaker than that. I've seen Fret use wooden shovels, so let's try that. So let me try and make it just above this. There's going to be a ratio somewhere, right? Okay, so if I had a shovel... Non-stackable gives the same value. Right, okay, so maybe I don't need shovels. Okay, so 3 activates. Maybe I need sticks. Do they have a different value? So 1 in subtract mode disconnects it. Even though there's 3 in there. Unless... What is that? Armor. Unless I use a crafter, because I know how to use them as well. It looks how many slots are filled. So this one, right? So 1... Wait, it's already powered. So then 1, 2, 3. Take 1 out, unpowers. Put 1 in, powers. Okay, so we could use an auto crafter. So once it hits 3, that then needs to power this until it drops 3 out of it. Oh, I don't want it touching the comparator though. Or maybe I can make it touch the comparator. And that could pulse it. Wait. So if I put 1, 2, 3. Where did that go? Okay, let me put 3 in the top. So every time it hits 3, it pulses. Until it empties. I think. Let me just use these. So that pulses once to get rid of the 3. I need that to pulse 3 times. So when it hits 3, I want this to go 3 times, which I can do in a very weird roundabout way. If that gets power, that does power this one. That also powers that one. Let me change where this one's going to just power this. Basically, what I want is that to there. Just in case they put extra in it, I'll do a fourth. So that would send a pulse that way. That would send a pulse that way. Right? So then when there's 3, this sends 4 pulses to unlock this. Hopper there, which does technically is locked with something in it. Okay, let me try that. Ooh, it doesn't disable. Why? Oh, because that powers that way as well. So I need to do that. What's happening here? I think it's pulsing too slow. Like, this is reacting too fast. So let's try. So if I power that, that should turn off, right? Yes, so we don't actually need it to have... Hey, JT, how you doing? I'm redstoning. So this is technically 3 separate redstone lines. See if that works. No, why would that not turn off? Then every third will activate it. Yeah, that's why we need to clear it all 3 times. Oh, wait. We don't need it to activate 3 times. We just need to hold it for enough time to clear 3 items. I'm thinking about this wrong. I'm thinking about that so wrong. I don't need to pulse it 3 times. I just need to pulse it long enough that it clears the thing. So we can actually just use the comparator. Like that. Not as long as it's powered. Wait. So that turns that off. Clears this. And then we can also take a reading off of this to say that the game was passed. Only craft with every... Oh, this isn't crafting. This is just to read when there's 3 items in there. Because if I use the barrel, 3, it stacks. So it's easier for me to do it this way. I'm sure of it. Yeah, Henry, let me show you the concept, right? In fact, I could even use... I won't connect it up to anything yet, but let me give you an idea, right? So, that's when the game starts. So I'll break that. So basically, the game begins, whoops, boom, drops 3 pork chops and lights that light. When the time gets halfway, these lights turn on as well. So then you're like, uh-oh, I don't have enough time. You got to pick it up and you cook it. This is all the same time as many other mini games are going on as well. You cook it, and then you drop 3 of those in there. That activates this, telling the game that you successfully passed it, so it can reset this mini game. But then it also clears the pork chops out of here, so you don't have to reset it in the future. You know what I mean? Is this going in the world? This will be a mini game on the SMP, yeah, for people to play. So essentially, how many mini games are you planning to make? I'm not sure. This is number 1. Oh, there'll be 17 individual mini games inside of this one. Resist is saying that a few times already. So we can actually now hook this up to a clock. And also hide some of this. Like that. Any other free items? Ah, Henry. Good. I'm glad you asked that. If you put redstone in, it goes into this one and freezes the game because you've used the wrong item. And that also counts as losing the entire game if you put the wrong item in. I also need to have this hooked up to one of these. Yeah, so red is lost. But yeah, you just reminded me that I haven't done that bit yet. So let me do one of these. And basically copy the thing below it. So that goes there. And the comparator isn't reading it to tell it to craft. The comparator is reading it to tell this hopper to unlock once it takes the reading. So it just needs a reading, and that reading is going to go off and do stuff, and then it can clear it, so you don't have to constantly go into the mini game and reset it. I'm hoping that people can just play it back to back. They don't have to do anything else. So if that goes off, we want to unlock a hopper under here, which could actually just go to that one. So we don't have to keep having loads of these around the place. Like that. Let me put oop. And that's going to go to a slight pulse extender using one of these. Let me move that over. And that is going to go into the back of... Or I can actually just do it on top. Like that. So that hopper's locked. I could have that one use a piston. Just one of these temporarily. Just so we can read if it happens. Let me use red wool. Oop. Get rid of that. Okay. So, I'm gonna do the same for green, just so we can track when it's done. I shaved my beard? What? It was very thin. Oh, I cut it short. Yeah, I went to the barbers. That was ages ago. Yeah, I didn't let them do that again. Wait, how you like? Yeah, I just go through phases of it. Right, so let's see if it works. So you put the wrong item in. That means the game's disabled, and it should have also burnt the item down here. So it disables the game. But if you put the correct items in, let's say you put 2 in, right? Nothing happens. You do the third one. Game passed, it resets this whole thing, and it clears this ready for the next one. I don't want to start a whole massive debate about the beard. But how would I... I would need to add a way of having it reset with this. And then that could be moving a piston back. Because we can have a double input, whether it's activated by the randomizer or whether it's activated by the green, basically, to reset it. So this bit here is done. So we need to work on this bit here. So we could either use a redstone, the repeaters, which would be easier for this, I think. Unless I can make a really short clock. I can't remember how you make the hopper clocks. Let me go to YouTube. What time? Oh, well, actually, we've been going for 3 hours, so it looks like the redstone will continue another day. But we got a decent amount done. So we've got this bit here built, which is pretty simple. We can just duplicate this for other stuff. And we've got the concept of it down. We've also built quite a bit on the SMP. Let me just showcase the stuff we did on the SMP. Is the SMP Bedrock compatible? Yes, it is. I would just need to add 2 files back in. We haven't currently got anyone on there using Bedrock. I know Waffles was considering it to play on Java and whatnot, but it's very easy for me to set that back up. Right, yeah, so this is the wall so far. Yeah, so this will go the whole way around the mountain range. And then we've also got this part on the back of it, which we did today. Saw the in-game message? I know, me too. But yeah, so we're going to do like a big framing thing around it, which I think is going to look quite cool. Yeah. Free cam mod is so useful, especially for building. Especially for building. Right, I'm going to end off the YouTube. I don't think it picked up many people today, but that's all good. I'll just end that off.